Hi, my name is Precious Osikha. I write, edit, publish, teach you how to write and get paid. I create amazing videos and voiceovers. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you very much for watching my videos. And if you're new to my channel, you are very much welcome. And please do well to subscribe and do not forget to turn on the notification bell. The prompt before Team showing car group A says, write a story about a character who tries to convince others to play a game. Now, before I showcase the stories, here are a few things I am going to talk about in relation to this prompt and how to deliver excellently. Now, let's get started. The first thing is to understand the instructions. Now, whatever instructions was given to you, you need to follow those instructions. Try your best to follow the instructions. Okay. Now, the essence of this is it helps you stay on track and you do not find yourself missing up anything. All right. And next thing is the word count. Now in this case we're given 100. Okay, now this tells you that we are going to be working on a flash story. And flash stories, honestly, there is no time for too much information. You have to stick to the moment in time. Okay, you need to start from the middle. You have to cut down unnecessary words or information on that particular story. Now if you want to learn how to monitor your word count, you feel like you have challenges in dealing with your word count, I made a video. Okay, the video is the best apps for writers. Now if you check the description box of this particular video, the link is there, or you can check up on the screen. You will see the link there. You need to watch that video. I spoke about powerful apps for writers, and some of those apps are really going to help you in writing your stories. Okay, the next thing is the prompts. Now we have been given a prompt, okay, and we have to stick to the prompt. You cannot write anything that it's not in line with the prompt. You can't do that. You need to stick to what was given to you. And the next thing is the story elements. All right, now I made a video about understanding the elements of a story. If you haven't watched the video, please do well to watch it. If you check this particular video right now, okay, check the description box. The link to that video on elements of a story is there, or you can check the screen. The link is going to appear up there, so you can also watch that video. Now if you have watched the video, you would find out that I mentioned some elements that are very essential and vital in your story. Now one of them is your character. So you look at this particular prompt that was given to you. Any character mentioned? Well, if there is, you have to stick to that. If no name was mentioned, they just said a character, then you have to create a name. You have to think of something, okay, for that particular character. The next is the setting. Were you told about any setting? Well, if you were told about a setting, you have to stick with the setting. If you were not told, then you need to provide a setting. The next point is the point of view, the POV. Do you want to use the first person, a second person, or the third person POV? You must be careful. You must know the POV that fits into your story. And next point is the tone, the voice, and the mood. All right. Now, what voice are you going to be using? The mood. How do you want your readers to feel? Okay. And your tone. How do you intend to present your piece of writing? And then what's about the plot hints? Were you given anything in regards to the plot? Well, you were told to do something, right? Now, a character who tries to convince others to play a game. So we have been given a storyline, something to work with, and you need to work in line with what you have been given. And now to the title. If you ask me, the title has to be adventurous, has to be interesting. It has to be captivating. Give it a very nice, cute title. Okay, now let's go further to the area of focus or ideas. Now that you've been given a prompt, you need to work with this prompt. So a character tries to convince others to play a game. Think of the kind of games that this character will want to convince others to play. Okay, think about the other characters. what interests them too. These are things you must think about. Now think about the setting, where exactly they are for one character to actually try to convince others. Okay, so think about all of those things, and of course when you have all these pieces together, you are going to write a beautiful story. The next point is the vocabulary. Well, it's very, very important. You need to bring your stories to life. The choice of words you use, your spellings, your punctuations, everything has to be impeccable. Okay? Then look at the writing rules. Yes, there are some rules when it comes to writing. Look at your work. Are there any errors? Try to correct them. What about the tenses? After all, are there any other rules that maybe the organizers have said you should do? If there are other rules, please ensure you stick to these rules. The next is the finishing. Wow, oh yes. When you're done writing, you need to edit, isn't it? Yes, you have to edit your work. You need to go back over and over again. You read that work. It's not good to send the first draft. Always go back, see if there are sentences you need to cut off, see if there are things you need to remove. Just check all of this out. Okay, try to dot the i's and cross the t's. Now the delivery, how do you want to present your work? Were you told of a specific way to present your work? Well, look at all of these things and put them in place. All right, now it's time for me to showcase the stories to you. Now let's dive in. The first story we have here is titled Game by Promise. Okay, so here are the things I have to say about this work. The title is fair. Okay, it's fair enough. I have an issues with your dialogue. I don't know if you were trying to put in conversations and your narrations together without having to put in dialogue tags for us to know who is speaking and all of that. It was really confusing. Okay, I struggled while reading the stories. Poor grammar. You need to work on your grammar, even though there maybe the dialogue of a thing is not on point, but at least if your grammar is okay to an extent, we can still manage it. Okay, please work on your grammar. And because of the way you presented your story, I couldn't really grab like the entire story, what it was all about. Yes, it was no the whole thing I faced while reading the story. So please, I need you to do something for me. You need to always sit down. Okay, think of a very good story idea, then walk through that story idea to see if your readers are going to appreciate it. Okay, and then when you are writing, please not submit your first draft. Try to submit, let's say, your third to fourth draft. Okay, depending on how you have done your editing, reading through and ensuring everything is on point. Okay, thank you very much for submitting your story. The next story, written by Esther. Okay, so when I saw the story, I found that you exceeded the word count. It was 103 instead of 100. So I'm not going to say anything. Like I said, if you have been following all the videos coming, words that I see the word count or have no titles, there are things I'm not going to say much on. I want all these writers to try to adhere to simple rules and instructions. Thank you very much for your submission. Okay, the next story here is written by Tolani. So while I was reading the story, I found out that you exceeded the word count. You wrote 250 words. In that case, I won't be saying anything about your submission. Do well to adhere to the rules, and of course, instructions is very important. You always stick to the rules. Okay, thank you very much. The next story is written by Emmanuel. So here's the thing. Emmanuel, you did great in your story. I like your story. I feel like this is kind of different. Okay, I just loved you were trying to be different from everyone else. But here are a few things I'm going to say about your story. Please try to edit well. Is it tails or tails? Check it out. Okay, I kind of underlined it below. So work on your editing. Okay, I like your ending, but when you work on your editing, try to cut down some words so that you can still have enough word count to tell some parts of the story. Then also add a little descriptions. All right, add a little descriptions. Let's feel your characters. Let's feel your characters. Thank you very much for your story. You did great. Thank you. The next story is written by Victoria. Victoria, your title, well, you just wrote the prompt, so I don't really like that title. You wrote the prompt. The storyline is not well developed. It's not well developed. We're just trying to summarize everything. It's not strong enough for your entire story to be good. The storyline itself, the idea itself must be beautiful. Okay, so please try to work on your story ideas and try to use good descriptions, because even though you had said this, and even if the story idea may not be so good, but when you have a good way of narrating your story, nobody even cares about the idea again. So please try to do these things and learn to edit. Do not send your first draft. Probably after editing, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 drafts, then you can send. Please always go back to your work. All the same, thank you very much. I know you can do better than this. The next story is from Wilson. Okay, Wilson, I like your title. I love your beginning. It's beautiful. I really loved it. When I read it, I got really interested. Okay. All you just need to do is try to bring your story to life. You have the potential, but you need to bring your A game. You seem to be on in your comfort zone. Okay, so please bring your A game. Work on your grammar. Work on your vocabulary. Okay, all of these things work hand in hand. Work on bringing your story to life. Use vivid descriptions and imageries. Okay, and keep your story in line. You have a very nice story idea. Trust me, you do have a nice story idea, but this needs to be worked on. Okay, keep writing, keep practicing. All right, thank you very much for your submission. The next story is from Samuel. I like your title. I like your storyline. It's fresh. It's kind of different and it's unique. I like what you were trying to do. You were trying to take us to the future. You were trying to bring in sci-fi. Yeah, I just liked it. It had a lot of potential. I loved it. But the thing is, you just learn how to bring the story to life. You have a beautiful idea. Trust me. Learn how to bring your story to life, and that is where editing comes in. So you need to work on your sentence structure, right, and the kind of words you use in writing, and then try to put in good emotions. Your tone matters a lot too. Okay, but trust me, I really like your idea. Keep it up, but you need to do better. You don't need to sleep. Okay, you need to do better. Thank you very, very much. All right, I am done dropping my opinion. So I want to hear from you. What do you think about the stories? Okay, drop them in the comment section, and please do not forget you need to subscribe. Like seriously, you need to support what I am doing for writers. Come on, subscribe to my channel. Support what I'm doing for writers. Okay, we are one family. We are changing the narratives in the world. So please subscribe. It will not take anything away from you. Okay, and please, you can watch this video over and over again. Do you know that the more you watch these videos, the more you are helping these writers, the more you are supporting them? Come on, it's really not easy to write. So please watch these videos over and over again. And yes, you can share the video link to your friends and families. Okay, all you need to do is just click on the share button of this video, copy the link, share it anywhere to any platform at all. Let them come over to come and read beautiful stories. In fact, watch other videos on the channel. Feel at home. Honestly, feel at home. Oh yes, thank you very, very much for watching.